All right, guys, it's the next day. So I went on, completely forgot yesterday to get on that website and order me a hat. It's noshavelife.com. Obviously, it's beard, apparel. So when I made an account, it somehow pulled up my original order for the hat. I got that in 2016. So, God, I've had that hat for 4 years. I'm going to go ahead and order it right now. I miss it, man. That was my hat. I like that. Literally, like, as dumb as it might sound, like, I clearly, obviously, you guys see in my videos, I don't wear hats. Like, I'm not, like, a hat person. On the slingshot, I like it because it offers me protection for this big-ass 5-head. And, there's, like, little pebbles and stones and even bugs and stuff like that. That stuff hurts when it's hitting your head when you're doing 70 miles an hour. Plus, the bill of the hat, I have prescription glasses, so I can't just take these off and put regular sunglasses on, which sucks. But when glasses places open back up, I'm sure you guys seen in my videos, like, these lines, like, right here and stuff. That's, like, the coating, like, actually wearing off these. They're not, I mean, a lot of times they are dirty, but that's not, like, dirty that I can wipe off. The, like, coating is literally wearing off these. Like, I've got, like, the anti-glare and, like, scratch resistant and stuff like that. So when the glasses place actually opens back up, I'm going to go get, a new eye exam because I've had these literally for so many years. My prescription or whatever is expired. So I'm going to get a new pair of glasses and I'm going to get a pair of prescription sunglasses. That way I can keep those in the slingshot and, actually have a pair of, sunglasses. But the hat really helps cut down on, like, glare and stuff. So I really enjoy wearing it when I'm driving it. And I drove, all that highway home yesterday, and it just, like, I was literally, like, uncomfortable, if that makes sense, driving. Like, I don't mind driving around town without it. It's whatever, but being on the highway, like, I was, like, when I would have to go around a semi or something like that, I'm like, ugh. So I'm going to order another one. And I got a big-ass head, too, so I can't just go buy, like, a normal one-size-all-fits hat because they'll literally leave, like, it'll be so tight that it leaves a mark, all the way around my head. But, yeah, so I'm gonna order another one. I got some beard balm, which I've never actually tried, because you guys see I'm always, like, I usually sleep on this side. I wake up, like, my beard is just like this, and I'm always having to, like, brush it out or whatever. So some beard balm kind of, like, I guess in a sense is, like, similar to the hair gel, but it's not, like, greasy or, like, wet or, anything like that. It's just gonna, like, keep my beard, where I want it. I can put that in after I take a shower and then brush it, and it'll stay like that. Man, this bank card of mine is smoking lately from all the times I'm typing these numbers in. Whew. I went to bed last night. I mean, not early. It was like 3 o'clock, but that's earlier than normal for me. And I'd slept till noon today, which is longer than usual, especially going to bed that early. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll get up, I'm going to work on that car. I'm not going to cut it up and, make that death cart as much as I want to. Like, it's not plausible right now because I have to put money into it to make that thing. So I'm going to sell that, but I'm going to do a few small, really cheap upgrades to it that's going to make it more desirable. So it's still got the factory radio, which is tape, not even CD, just tape. So I'm going to rip that out, put in a dirt cheap Bluetooth radio from, like, Walmart or something like that. I can get a head unit, the dash kit, and the wiring harness and all that for roughly $50 because I'm just literally going to go with, like, a $25, $30 head unit, which is still going to be an upgrade over that because it's going to have Bluetooth and, just better sound quality and stuff. So, it'll be a little bit more modern interior. But I'm going to head to Walmart. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to head to Walmart. And then we had a Qdoba open up a couple of years ago, and I never tried it. We've never had it. And all I ever heard was like, oh, it's like Chipotle. It's pretty much the same thing. And I never had Chipotle either until more recently. And I'm like, last night after I had the Chipotle, I was laying in bed, when we went to bed, and I'm like, we got a Qdoba right by our Walmart, right down the road. So I'm going to Walmart, grab that stuff, and then try Qdoba. I need to clean my car up with this weather. It has been downpouring all day. We got flood warnings going on, so that really blows. I really want to clean my blue car. Like, the interior is so filthy right now. And this car needs to be scrubbed. Like, they got it stuck. They got their other car stuck in the grass over the winter. And it was spinning the tires and, like, flinging mud and dirt up. So there's dirt, like, just caked all over this paint that needs to be scrubbed off. That'll be a project in itself. But, yeah. Hopefully it stops raining so I can actually walk outside. Walk outside without getting soaked, I should say. Oh, Amazon just showed up. So I got a couple new phone cases. I don't know why they got rainbows on them. I just use the generic, like, these clear ones. I just use these generic clear ones. They don't have, like, a clip on them or anything. That's just one of those, like, magnetic things for my car. But they turn, like, yellow over time. And I've had this one since I got this phone when it came out. So finally ordered a new one, and they were on sale for $5 a piece. So I'm like, let me grab a couple of them. I got some solder because I'm going to be doing a boat wiring job for a coworker of mine. I got some solder. I ordered a new, much nicer soldering iron than I had. God, this one's so much nicer. This one's got LEDs on it. It's got a really thick tip, which I actually don't like. I like a thin one, but this one's so much more powerful. It's 80 watts. I think my other one's like 40, and it sucks. I mean, it does the job for really basic stuff, but if I have anything above like a 18 gauge wire, it just doesn't solder to save my life. So ordered a new one of those, but look what oh man, this one kind of, it's bent. Oh, well, it'll shape back up nice. But I ordered the license plate off of Back to the Future. It's like a real plate too, like it's stamped and everything. If you guys remember, Shelby got me the Breaking Bad ones with Lawyer Up and the Captain, which was Saul and Jesse's license plates. So definitely gonna look cool up in my room. Super excited for that. This was a solid deal for $5. I did not know it came with screen protectors. I got the case. Just your generic clear case, if I can get it open. But now I'm gonna get dressed and head out. They package the hell out of these things. Oh, it's so nice and clear. Just to show you guys the difference. It's literally, oh, this one's slightly different, but I mean, it's the same generic concept, but wow, this one comes with a damn, like a lanyard. I've never seen that before. I usually pay like, they're usually like 10 or 11 bucks a piece, and all you get is the case. This one comes with a lanyard, and it's got holes right here. And a damn glass, multiple, holy crap. I don't use screen protectors, but damn, what a deal. You guys, I hate people. Look at this car. And a handicap spot. No, oh, does she have a handicap thing on the mirror? Nope. So I go in Qdoba, mind you, I've never been in there before. Jesus. And it's a pretty big place. You walk in and there's like, if you're ordering, you can go in and order. But I did mine online, so I was just picking it up. If you're ordering, you walk in and kind of go to the right, and there's like X's on the floor, you know, where to stand, you know, because people are too stupid to keep their distance. So I had just walked straight in. She's like, hi, did you have a pickup? I was like, yeah, I said my name. She's like, all right, I'm just finishing up right now. I was like, no, all right, no rush, you know, take your time. So this other lady walks in, like, I'm standing off to the side, like, you know, out of the way. So she comes walking in. She's like, I mean, these people didn't even say anything. She's like, I had to pick up for Ryan. And I'm like, Jesus, like, I didn't even look around, you know, I hadn't even turned around yet. I'm like, oh, this lady would piss me off. And she comes like strolling through, and like, she's like within a foot of me. So I'm like, I, you know, look over, I'm like, she's got a mask on, but the mask is down here, so the nose is wide open, and she's going like this. I wash my hand. They got like, well, they have hand sanitizer in there, so I opened the door and then squirted it on my hands. But she's got her mask down under her nose, and she's going like this. Like, for the majority of the time she's in there, she's playing with her face. Like, not just like an itch. I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't caught myself, you know, itching my face or something when, you know, when you definitely shouldn't be, but the majority of the time that we're in there, which was only a couple minutes, she's just sitting there playing with her face and, you know, just doing this the whole time. I'm like, Jesus, lady, like, you're wearing a mask, so you care, but yet you don't respect personal space. You don't respect the 6 foot distance thing. You don't try to keep your, you know, dirty hands off your face. You don't wear a mask right. So I'm like, whatever. So mine was obviously my name, Brian. Hers was under like Ryan or Ron or something like that. I couldn't really understand her, but it was something similar the way she said it. And they're like, we're just now making, when she said it, they're like, we're just now making yours, you know, it'll be about 4 or 5 more minutes. She's like, ah. So I scooted over because I'm like, I'm not standing right next to you. You know, you're already pissing me off. Not even gonna lie. So they call my name like 20 seconds after she said it'll be 4 or 5 minutes. And she gets up and like kind of like speed walks in front of me like, hello. I know you kind of mumbled a name that sounds similar to mine, but they just told you it's gonna be 4 or 5 minutes. Obviously it's not done yet. So the lady points, she's like, no, this is his. And she's like, ah. And mind you, they have all their chairs put up. Yeah, I forgot about that. They have all their chairs put up, and their tables are like kind of just squished, you know, into one pile with like, you know, red tape on them and stuff. Signs all over that say no dine-in, you know, blah, 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 blah. What's she do? She grabs herself a chair and sits right at a table and waits. I'm like, okay, I mean, she's not dining in, so I can't really knock that, but I was just, you know, just continued down the path of making herself look, you know, that dumb. So then it gets better. I walk out, and the only other car besides mine is hers. She's in a handicapped parking space, hanging out of the parking space, and like parked sideways. Like she was too lazy to like actually just pull in and park. No handicap stickers on the car, not on the license plate, nothing hanging from the mirror. So like, oh, this lady just pissed me off. My God. This is exactly why I hate going out in public, because every time I go out in public now, I see some dumb shit like that. Like, whether you take this stuff serious or not, like, wear a mask, or, you know, like, if, and again, like, I won't even knock the people that don't wear masks, because I'm not going to lie to you and say I wear a mask every single time I go out. I would be lying to you. But I'm not going to knock the people that wear masks. I'm not going to knock the sneeze shields and stuff like that. I'm not going to not respect personal space. Like, stay the hell away. That's going to be the most effective thing in fighting this, is staying away, and don't cough and sneeze on things. You know, if you got to cough or sneeze, go into your arm. Don't go into your hand, because what do you do with your hand? You grab stuff. I go to Kroger, I sneeze in my hand, then I grab a head of lettuce, so I'm like, oh, no, I don't want that one. I might as well just sneezed all over that, because all that stuff is infected now. Like, this is just common sense. And I hope when all this stuff is over, people can still do this 6 foot stuff, because I'll tell you, that's nice. I hate when people are breathing on my damn ass. But yes, this place smelled amazing though. The food looks really good, so kind of excited that I might have found a Chipotle substitute in town. And it was cheap too. It was like $10 for a big, like, it's like I got the bowl, drink, and chips and salsa for, it was like $10 and some change or something. All right, so I got my food. That must be the salsa for the chips. Got the chips. I love Chipotle's chips are like, I almost said homemade, but you know, like, they're like fried fresh, I think. Oh man, this looks bigger than Chipotle. That's cool. So here's what I got on mine. Almost identical to what I get at Chipotle, but they have fajita peppers, which is awesome, because who doesn't love like grilled peppers and stuff? So yeah, I'm about to chow down. All right, I'm done eating. you get a lot of food for the money there. You get way more than Chipotle for sure. That was amazing. So super good. They both kind of have like, there's certain things I like better about one than the other. All I would really change on that though is a little bit more sour cream, because I feel like I just got like one dollop. Whereas Chipotle, they kind of like spread it out a little bit. But their chips blow Chipotle's out of the water, for real. Their chips are so much better. If you like salty chips, definitely love Qdoba. But yeah, I don't think I mentioned it in the other video. So if you guys remember, again, a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, obviously I haven't been doing this channel that long, but a couple months back, it was sometime around Christmas, like I had heard something in the kitchen, and I noticed Bailey was kind of like, you know, she was sniffing like around the stove a lot, and we had, you know, like there was this really weird smell when we would turn our stove on. I was like, oh, everything we looked up said, oh, there they are over there sleeping, all snuggled up. Everything we looked up online, like looking up that smell, because we're like, what the hell's wrong with our oven? It was mice. It said, you know, mice like to like nest in there because it's warm and blah, blah, blah. So went out again, you know, went out that night. I bought like snap traps and glue traps and all that. And like a day or two later, we caught one. And when I pulled the oven out, like beforehand, there was like, we caught a mouse. God, it was years ago. I was home alone. I was sitting here on the computer, ironically, because that's all I ever do. And I heard the garbage bag ruffling, and I would look, and I'm like, you know, must be, I had just thrown some boxes away. I'm like, the boxes are probably like, you know, the lids are opening, or, you know, they're like settling or something. So I didn't think anything of it. And then I would hear it again, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I hear it again, and I'm like, all right, there's something going on. So I get up and like quietly walk over to the trash can, just like a mouse didn't even cross my mind. So I walk over there and I see a mouse like on the rim, like the trash bag is wrapped over the can, but there's a mouse under the bag, like on the rim of the trash can. And I'm like, I slammed our back door open and I chucked our can out the door. I was like, nope, not dealing with that. But I put traps all over when that happened, because I go overboard. Put traps all over and never caught, or no, I'm sorry. I think we caught one. If I'm not mistaken. But this was literally years ago. Like I'm talking probably a year or two, maybe two and a half years after we moved in. Never any signs since then. Like never any little, you know, you can see the little mouse droppings, you know, usually where they're like peeing and stuff, like you can smell like a funky, like musty smell. Nothing ever again. So I'm like, all right, cool. I think, you know, maybe we just had a couple. I think maybe we're lucky. We just had a couple come in from outside somehow, and that was it. So, you know, but we still left the traps all over. I had like the ones, like the decon ones where like they go in it and then it just like shuts and kills them or something like that. I had like the glue traps. I had the snap traps. Basically everything but the poison. Because like I know the glue traps are inhumane, but I'm sorry, but it's a mouse. Like, you know, I know the mouse isn't gonna hurt me, but the mouse can make my dog sick. It can chew through things in my house. It can mess up my wiring, mess up my plumbing and stuff. You know, if you come into my house, you're coming into death if you're a mouse. Because I see people always argue about the glue traps. Like, I don't like them. I don't prefer that method. You know, like, I would rather just be the snap trap where it just instantly kills them or something. But I'm going to catch it no matter what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to be like, you know, maybe this trap will get it. You know, it'll kill it safely and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, you know, it's kill it. But point of that is I had traps all over. Never found anything. Like, I've still got some of those traps out to this day, years later. But Bailey was sniffing around the stove that one time, And I pulled the stove out. We saw a couple droppings around there, and I'm like, oh man, don't even tell me that. So I cleaned it up, scrubbed everything real good. But I put some traps down. I put some around our fridge, like under our sink, behind the stove. And I think it was within a day. I was sitting here home alone. Shelby was at work. And me and Bailey are sitting here, and I just hear, and we're both just like, she looked at me, and then she looked over there. I'm like, well, what was it? So I knew what it was. So I go up there, pull the oven out. Yep, sure enough, got one. And cleaned up the little, disposed of it. Cleaned up the area again. And since then, again, like there's been no droppings, no, smell, no weird noises. Because sometimes, when it's quiet for long enough, you can hear them, like whether they're getting into like a wrapper or something, or you know what I mean? Like you can usually hear them if you're quiet long enough. So the other day I let Bailey in, it was about 2 days ago. We've got our utility room. That's where the dogs sleep. It's where, we hang our clothes up, where, washer and dryers and stuff like that, our furnace, hot water heater, and the back door to our house. So I let her in, and she just books it right over to where we got like a little plastic shelf that we have like our laundry supplies on. And at the bottom, I've got some Tupperware with like some random knickknacks and stuff in it. Couple empty bottles of like laundry detergent. And Bailey's like hardcore sniffing. She's not just like, sniffing around like a normal dog. She's like moving stuff with her nose and stuff like that. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, what'd she smell? So I pulled the shelf out for a little bit, and she's like trying to climb back there, and that's really unlike her. She doesn't try to get into stuff like that. So I'm like, I didn't, again, right off the bat, I didn't think of mouse, but I'm like, what the hell is she smelling like? And then I'm like, I wonder if she's smelling a mouse or something. So I moved some stuff around. Sure enough, I see, again, not a lot, just literally a couple little tiny mouse droppings. I'm like, oh man. So I went into the cabinet, and I had like 2 packs of those like Snap ones still, like brand new. Put some peanut butter on it, set it up. I slid it back there kind of like between our washer and it's a tricky area back there because I don't want anything where the dogs can get it, because that Snap trap, it's not going to kill them, but that could really hurt them, because it's peanut butter. They're dogs. They're going to get into it, try to snick it, lick it, and just, snap right on their mouth. So I don't want any traps, period, that they can get to. So I had a piece of broken drywall that I use as like scrap. If I got to like cut the wall open or something, I can, just cut a piece off there and like patch it or whatever. I had a piece, and I kind of like set it in there sideways to where the dog, like it was plenty open to where, if a mouse is in there, they could walk around it or go wherever they were at. But it was enough to block the dogs from getting through it no matter what. And I put like a laundry basket in front of it. So I put one there, and then I put one, no, I'm sorry, that was the only one I put, just that one right there. Cause I'm like, well, this is a really small area, so I'm just gonna set one in here. If Bailey keeps doing it, I'll put some more out in places that they can't get to it. So about 20 minutes later, literally 20 minutes, if that, we're in here. Shelby, we're all sitting on the couch. Bailey's laying on us. And you just hear this like, and we're like, holy crap, already? And it's a distinct sound, when those things snap. You know what it sounds like. Hi, Bailey. Say hi to the camera right here. Say hi. I hope my dad find the mouse. But, so I go in there, and sure as shit, it got a mouse. And I'm like, I tend to like monitor the areas that they get killed closer than anything else, because the areas where I see the mouse droppings is where I put the traps, and that's typically where I catch them, because obviously they're there enough that they're leaving droppings and stuff. So I disposed of that one, took the trash out and whatnot, and I put another trap there. I'm like, they always say when there's one, there's more. So I'm like, I doubt there's just one. This morning, I put one, right there, it's the same exact spot. And I'm kind of like, I wonder if they're smart enough to not go in that same spot if they saw that. I don't know, like, does does one call the other one and say, hey, there's a mouse trap right here, it just killed Frank, you know, don't go over there, you know, I don't know. So I'm like, screw it, I'm still gonna put one in that spot because it's like a dark kind of hidden area. I'm like, I can assume that's probably where they would like travel through that area or whatever. So I put another one there. Fast forward to today, Shelby had just left for work. I, you know, kissed her and hugged her bye, closed the door, and me and Baylor are sitting on the couch, and I mean, Shelby wasn't even probably down the road yet. I hear snap, and I'm like, oh shit. I go in there, of course it caught one. So again, I disposed of it, set another one up, but this time I went to Walmart and I got some more of the snap traps. I read online that they hate the smell of white distilled vinegar, which I had a lot of for when I was working on that room up there, and I found that, you know, little patch of like, you know, the wet spot in the ceiling. Spray it, it kills mold. So I had a lot of that, and I sprayed that like basically in all the areas that they would be, like, you know, around the stove, the fridge, under our sink, you know, the laundry room, like in the back corners. Like I even sprayed it like under our bed and stuff like that. So kind of hope, you know, that helps deter them. It's not a major problem, you know, it's literally, you know, like when I see the droppings, I clean them up so I can, you know, kind of like look in that area periodically and see like, okay, they've been here again, or, you know, no, there's nothing here. When I cleaned up that area, I haven't looked very closely, but I haven't seen any. Like when I cleaned, you know, when I got the 2 mice, I haven't seen any droppings. Like there's none in the bathroom, which, you know, is adjacent, like right behind the utility room. Nothing in the kitchen. So I think fortunately it was just a couple, I hope. Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. But okay, let's get down. I did buy I bought more traps, and I bought like some of the decon ones that kill them. These ones are a little bit different too. They've got like a weird thing. The other one's got like a yellow plate where you put the stuff. But literally these have been, if you guys have a mouse problem or you think you do, these have been the most effective. I've tried these. I've tried the sticky traps. That's like, it's glue. I have tried the decon ones that spin, like where you don't see it and you can just grab it and throw it away. Like you spin it and then like they walk into it and it like snaps shut or whatever. I've tried those. I've tried, what's the other one? I've basically tried everything but the electronic stuff, because I just kind of find that to be a gimmick. I might be wrong. You know, if you guys use it, let me know in the comments. But these cheap bastards are the ones that work every time. And all we use is a little dab of peanut butter. Basically, if you put one of these in an area where you see mouse droppings, I don't want to say I guarantee it, but in my case, every single time, this bad boy gets them. So I'm gonna put, I haven't seen anything upstairs, but, and it's weird to me because our upstairs, obviously the mice aren't gonna come out like when you're active or being loud and walking around typically, unless you have a really big severe problem. There's a ton of them. I haven't seen anything upstairs, which blows my mind because we're only upstairs when we sleep or shower. You know, the rest of the time we're either downstairs or we're not home. You know, the dogs are downstairs, so you would think they would be upstairs, but thank heavens they're not. But just to be safe, I'm still going to put a couple traps up there. So, yeah, that's been my day today. I don't know if it's the end of this vlog yet or not, but yeah.